Hello, good morning. Uh, my name is Muhammad Rafidarma Kurniawan from Indonesia. I'm from Bandung Institute of Technology. I'm the author of the paper of the impact of binopelative feature to an online buying decision in e-commerce Indonesia. I'm here to present my paper, and then my co-author it is the Fitri Aprilianti. The first chapter, introduction. The research background. The first research background is the e-commerce will grow up eightfold from 2017 until 2022. Uh, we're not surprised again with the growth of e-commerce in Indonesia. McKinsey and companies projected that e-commerce in Indonesia will grow up until eightfold from 2017 until 2022. The projection comes from the spending amount of customer in Indonesia uh, that increase that increase from 8 billion until 65 billion. Then second one, the research the researcher reflected to the developed countries such as America that stated about the BNPL feature. The BNPL users in America said that BNPL could replace credit card in the future. And then the last background is the customer shifting behavior from traditional buying to online buying. It is because uh, b- uh, an improving experience and credibility of the online commerce in Indonesia. Uh, then, what is buy now pay later feature? Buy now pay later is a payment mechanism that allows customer to make the end payment and pay at the end of period without going through the banking process. It has similarity with the credit card because we can get a credit from the companies and then we can pay at a certain time. The problem statement started from COVID-19 pandemic. People only buying essential products, and it affect the non-essential business sector. They they were they were shocked with the pandemic COVID-19 because they didn't have to operate their business because uh, the restriction that non-essential business sector cannot operate at the time, and they had to cut their expenses by doing mass layoff. Impact of the do mass layoff is unemployment rate is increasing, and it indicating a declining purchasing power. And then it lists the worst economic condition. The question of the study is how does random operator feature affect the online buying decision in customer e-commerce in Indonesia? And the goal of the study to find out how BNPL feature impact the online buying decision in customer Indonesia. Literature review. This concept is a combination between Hong et al. And Omar et al. Hong et al. Uh, assess Hong et al. Said that perceived ease of use, perceived usefulness, and perceived risk has an impact to the intention to use. By the intention to use. And like tourism, budget constraint, impulsive buying, compulsive buying, has a correlation with the intention to use. Intention to use. It is stated by the Omar et al. The hypothesis that the researcher uh, proposes like it is. The methodology of this research using quantitative as an approach of this study, and an online questionnaire as a research method, and questionnaire and Google Forms as tools to research to research the study. Then the researcher using descriptive analytics and PLSM to analyze the raw data. Data analysis. 76.7 are 26 until 41 years old. 50.8 are male, 51.7% are from Jakarta, 82.8% spend over 3 million, 69.2 work as a private employee, 61.3 new BNPL from e-commerce platform, 57.1 already use BNPL for 1 until 3 months, 57.5 use BNPL below 5 times in a month. For the reliability and validity using PLSM, for convergent validity analysis, reliability analysis, calling related as discriminant validity has passed the requirement. Then for the hypothesis, this research accepts nine hypotheses and reject 8 hypotheses. The hypothesis testing. The first hypothesis is accepted. The second hypothesis is accepted. The third hypothesis is accepted. The fourth hypothesis is accepted. 4B, the 4B hypothesis is accepted. The 4C hypothesis is rejected. The 5A hypothesis is accepted. The 5B is rejected. The 5C is accepted. The 6A is rejected. The 6B is accepted. The 6C is rejected. The 7 hypothesis is rejected. The 8 hypothesis is rejected. The 9 hypothesis is rejected. The 10 hypothesis is rejected. The last hypothesis correlates with the research question. The intention to use has a positive effect on the online buying decision. This hypothesis was accepted, and it is aligned with Kumar research that the insight that we can take is the increasing intention of users to use the BNPL feature will increase their decision to make online buying. Conclusion and recommendation. To answer the research question, the first question is, how does buy now pay later affect the online buying decision of customer in Indonesia e-commerce? The convenience point for the BNPL is about the ease to make the account and the ease to get the credit in an instant time, because we just have to spend like 5 until 10 minutes to get the credit from the provider. Then why the BNPL is accessible is because BNPL feature is already provided in almost e-commerce in Indonesia, and we don't have to choose a certain platform to use BNPL feature. Then for the efficiency, why BNPL is efficient? Because if we want to use BNPL, we don't have to through a banking process. Like the banking process is very long, and we have to quite a long time. We have to quite a long time to make the credit card, because credit card is need to make the process right. Then easy to use and useful of BNPL. It motivates the intention customer to use BNPL. After they intend to use BNPL, they consider the risk that contained in the system. In the study, the risks are transaction, payment, and credit risk. After that, after they thought about the risk is suitable for them, they will adopt the technology, and they decide to use the NPL system in in the future to make the online buying, because the NPL system is in online form. Like we can use it in our favorite local in our favorite e-commerce. It is the answer for the research question about the about the impact of affect the BNPL to the online buying decision. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation today. Thank you and have a good time. Enjoy.